Hi, Pastor Eric here with Compass Consulting Ministries, a ministry designed to help pastors and churches be more effective for the kingdom of God and helping people to grow in the knowledge of Jesus Christ. We're continuing our series on leadership qualities or traits, which I believe are non-negotiables for great leaders. We've talked about humility, we have talked about generosity, and today I'd like to talk about openness and approachableness. In other words, can people come and talk to you without feeling compressed, without feeling pressure to get everything out, to get everything right? Are you basically one who is able to be open to what others have to say and invite them into a conversation where they can say what's on their heart or what their concerns are? I think this is a trait that is incredible, and the reason it's incredible, the why of what we need to do, is that it brings value to every team member. It allows them to expand their horizons. It makes them feel important. It makes them feel like they're contributing, and in doing so, you will enhance not only who they are, but how well they perform. Additionally, it allows for an alternative perspective, and I realize that as leaders, we need to direct the boat. We need to make calls. But to not listen to our crew members and their perspectives is to really sabotage what we're doing. Using the example of a naval ship, if the captain doesn't listen to the executive officer about alternatives or other ways to approach it or potential problems with the current course, he could really get in trouble because he can't think of everything everywhere. Neither can you. If he doesn't listen to engineering, you don't know how well the ship's performing or what its deficits are or what we could do to enhance it. We need to really be open. We need to be approachable where our team members are able to come to us, whether they're elders or leaders or ministry leaders or staff. They need to be able to come to you and share their hearts. And it allows you to have an awareness and a caring that your people are going to want to please you. They're going to want to get on board with the direction you're going because they realize that they are a valuable and important part of the team. And you do that by slowing down. I know that for many of us, we have pressures, we have decisions to make, we have more meetings than we probably should be taking. But the fact is, the great leaders in life are able to slow down and give full attention to a person. In other words, they focus on the person. That's some of the what's of what openness and approachableness looks like. They focus on the person. They look for what's behind their sharing. What is their need? What is their hope? What is their concern? They don't try and anticipate it because you never know which direction it's going to go. I don't know about other people, but for me, somebody interrupting me is saying, what I'm thinking is more important than what you're saying. I haven't let you finish your statement because I think I know where you're going. And that's a presumptuousness and an arrogance that goes directly against the quality of humility. So being able to listen to others without interrupting them, with looking for their needs and their lines behind what is being said is equally important. That's the mark of a great leader. And if you're not willing to do that, you just want puppets. You don't really want team members. And you're going to be more effective if you have team members rather than 1,000 helpers that you have to micromanage and direct. But it means taking that time. I heard one story that was fascinating. And whether you agree with somebody's politics or not, one of the qualities I heard about former President Bill Clinton was his ability to focus on a person in the midst of a crowded room and make you feel like you were the only one there. And I've seen that repeated over and over again in great leaders. When you have that attention from them, you feel incredibly important. You want to please them. You want to be a part of that team. And to have that quality is going to be so important in building trust and building efficiency and building productivity for the kingdom of God. So how are you going to acquire these things? What are you going to do in order to be more open, to be more approachable? Maybe this is already a strength of yours. Maybe you have techniques that I'm not going to list, but let me give you 2 or 3 examples. One is practicing an open door policy. In other words, if you're not in the middle of a meeting, are you willing to be interrupted? If you're not in a confidential place, are you willing to let people come in and disturb you in your studies? Because if they have felt the need to come in, they've probably thought through, he's studying. Is this important enough to interrupt him? And if it's not, then you have the opportunity to say, I appreciate you bringing this to me. Right now, I need to complete my studies. And if you're in a place where you say, I have greater priorities right now than having an open door policy, then close the door or put up a notice in study. Please do not disturb. Let your administrative staff know that you're not to be disturbed for the next several hours. But whenever you don't have something that's utterly pressing, allow that door to be open, both physically and metaphorically, that people can come in and approach you. And you'll find that will build a lot of capital with them. And when you ask for things that are sacrificial yourself. Another one that people often miss is eye contact. How often have you been talking with somebody and their eyes stare through you or beyond you, and you realize you really don't have their full attention? Eye contact is something to be practiced even when you find yourself becoming bored or you're pretty sure you know where they're going, and you might be right a large percentage of the time. Don't assume it. Keep the eye contact. Stay focused on who they are. That will show to them that they are important to you, which is what you're looking for. And finally, be there when they are struggling. Allow their emergencies to become something that is teachable moments, when you can listen to them and say, here's something you can do to respond better in the future. To give them priority over your own personal needs when it's appropriate is a real art. It's not really a science, but it's something that the more you practice giving to others, the more open and approachable you'll be to them, the more you'll receive good work and good service from them as they seek to join the team and to make you successful. And that'll be a part of it. We're all about making each other successful. So may this quality help you. May it help you in building a team, whether it's formal staff, informal staff, ministry leaders, or church leaders. Openness and approachability are something that you need to have. God bless you.